Hey guys, and welcome to the 81st episode of EduAllStars. My name is Todd Nesloni, and you can find me on Twitter at TechNinjaTodd.
My name is Chris Kessler. You can find me on Twitter at IamKessler. Really appreciate you guys joining us.
And we want to encourage you to continue to tweet out using the hashtag EduAllStars as you watch these episodes. We love hearing about the things that stick out to you as you listen or watch. We are really excited about this week's guest. We have teenager Joshua Williams, who is the founder of Joshua's Heart Foundation, which seeks to distribute food for those in need. He's been featured and recognized by places like CNN, The Rachel Ray Show, NBC Nightly News, and the Disney Channel for his extraordinary philanthropical work. So thanks, Josh, for coming on with us tonight.
Thank you.
So, Josh, the way we always like to kind of start with our guests is just hearing a little bit about them. So tell us a little about yourself.
Well, my name is Joshua Williams. I'm 13 years old. I live in South Florida, Miami, near the ocean, like 2 blocks away. I go to Ransom Everglades. Yeah, it's kind of overrated, the beach, for me, though. I'm in 9th grade. I attend Ransom Everglades in Coconut Grove, if you know where that is. I like to chill, be a 13-year-old, but, I have a lot of other activities that I focus on as well.
Cool. So how did Joshua's Heart come to be? How did that all get started?
Well, one day, I first learned that people out there were hungry and that people needed help. One day, when one day I was going to church. I was going to church and I saw a homeless man, and we stopped on the side of the road and I saw a homeless man, and he had a sign and it said need food, need money, need help, and I asked my mom why he was there, why he was asking for those stuff, and she explained to me who he was. And I didn't understand why people out there didn't have food, or they lost their job, or they needed help like that. So it was a new experience to me, and I was really shocked by it. And then a few weeks later, I was watching TV, and there's a commercial about Feed the Children, the organization, and the work they're doing in Africa. And I learned about how they're trying to help people who are in need. I saw the conditions that people are in, especially the kids, and it really got to me. And that's when I first really wanted to help out. And ever since I was younger than I was, and that was when I was 4.5, by the way. And ever since I was younger than that, I've always been told that I can do anything I want to. You can ask for it. You can do whatever you want. Just do it, and you can help people if you want. And that really helped me motivate myself to want to help out and to give back to those who are in the community. And those 2 moments are when I really saw people need help. And after like weeks of thinking about it, I decided to take action.
And so, I mean, obviously your mom was super supportive in all of this. Did you ever have people like, what are you doing? This is crazy. You're too young to be doing this.
Oh yeah, I mean, with every good thing that's out there in the world, there are people who don't encourage it. There's people who don't want it, everything like that. And a lot of the time, that's the people who make you the strongest. They teach you about your flaws, and you're able to use that to make yourself better. And usually, if you have haters in this new world that people call it, it's showing that you're doing it right, that you're doing a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. That's good.
Well, Josh, one of the things that I love is that you get other kids involved with Joshua's Heart as well. Can you tell us a little bit about your junior advisory board?
Well, our junior advisory board, or JAB, it's an advisory board, a group of youth between the ages of 7 to 18 who are created to help make a change in the world. Their main job is to help fundraise for the foundation to buy and get money so that we can for different things, to buy food, do all sorts of projects, and support other projects. And that's one of our bigger things. Another big thing that that they do is just have fun events. They have raffles all the time. We're actually in February. Yeah, in February we're having a talent show for people at a community center, trying to enlighten them and get them to laugh a little. And it's an elderly retirement center, and we're helping them out and just letting them have a good time. We're also trying to help them use their passions to start their own projects and help make a difference in the world.
So Joshua's Heart, is it local still in Southern Florida, or is it like kind of blown up since then?
Well, where we have distributions and have a main feeding sites is right now only in South Florida,
Okay.
but we're expanding our junior advisory board to 2 places, and they're actually working on their own projects, having distributions in this upcoming year.
Is it still called Joshua's Heart?
There, rather than expand through Joshua's Heart and say that it's a different Joshua's Heart in different areas, we're using the junior advisory board as a means of expanding Joshua's Heart. We have different kids, like two of my friends, Oregon and Connecticut, they are having their own junior advisory board, and
Cool.
they are we're helping them fundraise and do all that stuff where they can help make a difference and have their own distributions.
Very
And
cool.
what I've loved, Josh, is that you've done a lot of social media support for other kids too, who have other things that they are wanting to change and impact around the world. Whether it's things like selling or making or selling blankets or things like that. There's a lot of kids that seem to connect with you, and then you end up supporting them too.
Yeah, it's doing a foundation and actually trying to make a difference in the community is all about working together and working together to make a bigger change. We need help to help those who are in need, and we want to help each other to help those who are in need. And it's a huge thing. I go to all these events and awards, and I meet other kids who are doing awesome things. And the biggest thing is just partnering up with them, learning together, and working together to make a bigger change in the world.
Very cool.
Awesome.
So what are some of the biggest challenges you face when kind of starting the whole project?
Biggest challenges that I faced were a few of them would be just getting the money and the support to help out in the community, keeping that money flow in so that we could help everybody who we needed. Second thing would probably to get passionate volunteers who really wanted to help, who we could rely on, and to get them to come out whenever we needed them. That was a big thing. And probably the last thing was probably just getting it off its feet on having consistent distributions where we're able to help as many people as we can. Um, it I mean, it's not that much of a problem anymore. It still is sometimes, but we want more help. We want to be able to help more people in the community, and we need people to help us do that.
So I know you've also got some pretty cool recognition for the stuff that you've done with Joshua's Heart. I mean, stuff that other teenagers could only dream about getting to experience. I know you got to meet and work with Josh Duhamel, Rachel Ray. What was that like, getting those calls to go and meet and work with those people?
It's always a great experience. It's always nice to see that those celebrities are coming out to help out. Whether they're getting paid or not, they are actually doing it. They're actually coming out to come out and support and help, whatever we're doing. And it's always a cool experience. And I try to stay humble about everything that we're doing. And, whenever people ask me, oh, you've been on TV, you've been on award shows, you've been on CNN, it kind of puts me in an awkward situation. If should I be really thankful about it and kind of like boast about it or not? And it's always kind of weird for me. And I think I'm still trying to figure out how I should handle those situations. And I'm still young, so I have a lot of time to do that and learn how to do that. But sometimes it does get a little awkward for me.
So thinking back, like, how do you keep up with all of that? I mean, are you in the day-to-day of this organization? I mean, you kind of, reading emails and those kinds of things, and then how do you balance that in school?
Well, over the past few years, I guess I've gotten really good at it, at the time management sort of aspect of it. Reading emails, all that, replying to emails, all that it can be hectic sometimes. And the biggest thing for me right now is making sure that I do get good grades in school and focus on that, which is a big thing. So sometimes it is hard to manage them both. Going on trips and awards, do different things, missing school days, and now that I'm in high school, it's even bigger and it's harder to do. It's hard. School is harder, and a lot of the times I have to miss distributions. I have to miss different things that I want to go to, but I can't because I have to study or do different things like that.
Yeah. Todd? I think we lost Todd there. So, yeah, he kind of dropped off. He'll drop back in. So what do you think makes a good teacher?
Well, that's kind of a hard question, but I've had a lot of teachers over the past 13 years that I've been alive. Um, but there are some few ones that really stuck with me. Even today, I still talk to past teachers, all that. And so, for my first school, elementary, um, one of my teachers, she was amazing, and she kind of supported me. She came to actually some of my distributions, and she always helped me out. And she was supportive. I could talk to her if I needed to. And then when I moved to a different school, when I stayed there for 4 years, I really attached to one teacher who she was supportive. She was always there for me. And then when I went to middle school, Miss Mendoza, one of my favorite teachers, she was somebody who I could always talk to. She felt like another parent, basically. You know, you could talk to her not just as an adult, but kind of as a friend. And she was always there for you. I had her for 2 years as a math teacher, and for algebra and algebra, two algebras. And basically, um, she was always there for you. She was a great teacher in class. She was there for you outside of class, and all around, she was very supportive of you. And what makes a good teacher is to be true to your students. You know, always being good to them and kind of being supportive for them, being there for them, and kind of trying to develop a relationship with them, not necessarily fully outside of school, but you know, getting to know them on a one-on-one basis.
Cool. What do you think like teachers could do to make school a place where kids kind of want to be more of the time? Like maybe something different than you're doing in class now. Like what are some of the things that you really enjoy in class?
Um, I think I think that I think that my school takes a really different approach to learning, where everything is really interactive, I guess. It's kind of that's how they kind of do it. And one thing that they do is making sure that everything is done with the teacher. Make sure that every every kid has one-on-one participation. They talk in class, and sometimes he splits each other into groups and let them have little group like sessions, I guess.
Hmm.
A big thing that I think is really good with not just my school but any school is when the kids, like my school, after school you go and you can talk to the teachers if you need extra help in that, and that's when you really get to know your teachers. You really you feel free to go after school to them and talk to them and have a relationship with them. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, Josh, when you're having a really rough day, what do you do to kind of recenter yourself and to just pull yourself back in?
um if I'm having a rough day, I would some things, if I'm at school, talk to friends, try to calm down, chill out a little, read a book, or when I'm home, just take a run outside, just little things to calm me down, and get back focused. Because sometimes you do get burned out, and sometimes you do need to get back straight, and settle back down and kind of focus back on your priorities.
Yeah.
So that's always some things that I have to do.
Cool. What's one of the biggest things you've learned over the last year?
School wise or just like life?
Just like just in life. Let's go life. We don't care about school.
Um, Life wise, I guess I've learned personally a lot more about how to advertise, I guess, my foundation, how
Cool.
to get people out there to come to the foundation and be aware of it. And I've learned a lot more of what people want and how I can use that to make money for the foundation. And I've in this year we have a lot of fundraisers that are really different, and I haven't seen that anybody else has done them yet. So I think they're going to attract a lot of people, if they go well, at least. And I think I've learned a lot with my foundation and life-wise. I think I've just learned how to be, a better person, just how to be kinder to people, just, feel. I guess I put a lot of more of people's feelings first between mine. Or it's kind of a win-win situation where I'm happy and they're happy, which is a big thing that I guess I've learned or done this year. Um, Another thing is just, of course, I learn a lot in school because that's always constant. And the big thing is that my teachers are always teaching me in class. And a big thing in class, I think, is not just learning, but teaching kids life lessons too at the same time while they're learning, kind of incorporating those two together, which really helps out.
So, apart from Joshua's heart, what's something that you're really proud of accomplishing?
Uh, Apart from Joshua's heart, I guess keeping up with school and going to my school, which I think my school is a really, really good school, and it's a high school now. I'm in high school now, and I'm really proud to go there. I'm really happy and honored to be able to go to the school that I'm going to, and it's really hard to get into actually. Which I've seen a lot of people apply for it, and it feels like it's a preparatory school, and it feels like a college to me, I guess, and it gives me that sense of it, and I'm honored to go there, and not a lot of people are able to get the opportunity to go there.
What about the future for you? What down the road? What do you want to do?
Well, I've always had my life planned out for me, I guess, knowing what college I want to go to, how many kids I want, all that, knowing all that. And I guess when I'm older as a job, there's a few things which I want to do. I've always wanted to help people, so Josh's Heart will always be there. But some other things would either be into computer science. I think that computers and programming, especially, which is something that I want to get into, will be huge in the future. Will be prominent, and you can't really stop that.
Yeah.
And the second thing would just be speaking to mass people, just talking to them a lot. And I feel like those two are big things in my career that I think I want to do in my future, especially the computer science and programming part.
What college are you looking at?
So top three for if I was going to do computer science would be MIT, Stanford, or Harvard.
Yeah,
And
cool.
I did research on it actually last year, and I was surprised to learn that Harvard actually has a really, really good computer science program.
Yeah, it always gets overshadowed by MIT,
Yeah.
I guess.
It does. I mean, either any three of those schools are I'm fine with, and they're Ivy League schools, so I'm happy.
Sure, I'm sure your parents would be happy too. What about advice you could give other kids who are out there looking to make a difference in their communities? Where do they get started?
If some advice is whatever you want to do, just never give up on it. Just be persistent on it. Don't give up. And no matter what people say, just believe in it. Always keep striving for higher opportunities, higher goals, and just keep doing that. No matter, just stay true to yourself and never change due to what other people want you to do. And last thing is use your passions to make a bigger change in the world, and use your passions to use whatever you're doing to help change the world, give back in the community, and remain to your standards, and always remain where you came from. And don't turn to somebody else who you're not, basically.
I didn't catch at the beginning. How old are you now?
I'm 13.
13. Wow, amazing. I teach 8th grade, and I have a bunch of 13-year-olds, but yeah, not too many talk like you do. So.
Well, Josh, the one thing that we always like to end on with our guests is something that they're really passionate about right now. So, of course, obviously, one of those things would probably be Joshua's Heart. But what are you most passionate about right now?
I think I'm really passionate. Can I get that really fast?
Yeah.
That's awesome. We just edited it out. It's no big deal.
Brief break here. Chris, you want to sing some music for us while we're waiting?
If I wasn't sick, I would definitely be singing some music.
You could sing some. Would you like to go to? Def Leppard or all those old guys stuff?
Sorry about that.
That's
No
okay.
worries.
So passionate, like what I'm passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Getting good grades in school. Kind of hanging at downtime, and not stressing myself too much, or burn. Big thing for me, I guess. What else? Reading, designing things, I guess. Just planning, having a lot of ideas, writing them down, figuring out how I could get them into reality, I guess. And sometimes in the future, I am going to make those ideas a reality, which is a hope. And just being a 13-year-old boy, that's one of my passions in life too, I guess.
Cool, good. And so, how can listeners connect with you? You got a website or your Twitter handle you want to throw out to everyone?
So website is www.joshuasheart.org. Our Twitter is Joshua's Heart, at Joshua's Heart. Go there, follow us. We have Instagram, same thing, at Joshua's Heart. Facebook, which is Joshua's Heart Foundation. Go there, follow us, like our pages, and just talk to us, share, and have a good time.
Awesome. And you can connect with us on Twitter at EduAllStarsHQ, and our website is eduallstars.com. You can also find us on iTunes at EduAllStars with no spaces. Thanks so much, Joshua. That was amazing. Great to talk to you.
Thank you.
And our listeners can join us for our next episode as we interview middle school teacher Paul Carver. And like Chris just said, Josh, we really appreciate you giving us some of your time today and just sitting down and chatting with us.
Thank you so much again.